Hello world, today is June 7th, 2013. This is, you guessed it, Bible Time Capsule, where we read the Bible from front to back. Today is chapter 38 of Genesis. Let's begin then. Chapter 38. Events from the history of Judah. About that time, Judah went down from his relatives to tent near an Adullamite named Phares. There, Judah saw the daughter of Su, a Canaanite. He married her and had relations with her. She conceived and bore a son, whom he named her. H-E-R. Alright, she conceived and bore a son whom he named her. Again, she conceived and bore a son, whom she named Onan. She bore still another son and named him Selah. She was at Chezib when she gave birth to him. Judah took a wife named Tamar for his firstborn, Her. But Judah's firstborn, Her, was wicked in the sight of the Lord, so the Lord killed him. Next section, the sin of Onan. Then Judah said to Onan, "Go to your brother's wife, perform your duty as a brother-in-law, and raise up descendants for your brother." Onan knew that the descendants would not be his own, so whenever he had relations with his brother's wife, he wasted his seed on the ground in order not to raise up descendants for his brothers. What he did was evil in the sight of the Lord, and he killed him also. Then Judah said to his daughter-in-law Tamar, "Remain a widow in your father's house until my son Selah grows up." For Judah feared that Selah would too die, as his brothers did. So she went away and dwelt in her father's house. After a long time, Judah's wife, the daughter of Su, died. After the time of mourning, Judah went to Thamnah with his friend Phares, the Adullamite, to superintend the shearing of his flock. When Tamar learned her father-in-law was on his way up to Thamnah to shear his flock, she put off her widow's garments, put on a veil, wrapped herself up, and sat at the gateway of Enaim on the road to Thamnah. For she was aware that Selah had grown up, yet she had not been given to him in marriage. When Judah saw her, he thought she was a harlot, for she had covered her face. He went over to her at the roadside and said, "Come, let me have intercourse with you." Not knowing that she was his daughter-in-law, she asked, "What will you give me to have intercourse with me?" He answered, "I will send you a kid from the flock." She responded, "Provided you give a pledge until you send it." She replied, "Your signet and cord with the staff that you are carrying." He gave them to her and had relations with her, and she conceived him. Afterwards she arose and went away. She took off her veil and put on her widow's garments. Next section. Sons born to Judah in Thamar, not Thamnah. Thamar. Sons born to Judah in Thamar. Sons born to Judah in Thamar. Alright. When Judah sent the kid by his friend, the Adullamite, to recover the pledge from the woman, he did not find her. So he asked the men of the place, "Where is the temple prostitute who was by the roadside at Enaim?" They answered, "No temple prostitute has been here." He returned to Judah and said, I did not find her. Moreover, the men of the place told me, no temple prostitute has been here. Judah replied, let her keep the things, otherwise she shall be ridiculed. I sent this kid, but you could not find her. About 3 months later, Judah was told, your daughter-in-law, Tamar, has played the harlot and is pregnant as a result. Judah said, bring her out to be burned. But as she was being brought, she sent the word to her father-in-law, I am with child by the man to whom these things belong. Look whose signet, cord, and staff these are. Judah recognized them and said, she is more in the right than I, for I did not give her to my son Selah. But he had no further relations with her. When the time of her delivery came, there were twins in her womb. During the delivery, one put out a hand. The midwife took a scarlet thread, tied it on his hand, and said, this one is born first. But as he drew back his hand, his brother was born. Then the woman said, how have you made your way forth? For this reason, he was called Phares, Phares. Afterward, his brother with the scarlet thread on his hand was born, and he was named Zara. All right, that's the end of chapter 38. This is Bible Time Capsule. I am Citizen. Peace. I'm out.